Well, hello there, my fellow rushers. How are you doing today? King Rex here, and today, Kingdom Hearts Revengeance Reborn is finally getting its first update. Now, if you want to check the update in more details, you can just go to the link down to the description, and there you're gonna find what the update is all about. But this video, I'm gonna try to summarize the base changes for what this update is bringing, and if you want more details, just go to the links. Anyway, let's start off with bug fixes. Mostly level 17 and 24. Apparently there were some crashes around wave 14, so that's fixed. Also, on the boss fight with Illyria, even after she dies, some elite elven warriors were still spawning, so that's no longer there. As for the enemies, there are two new abilities added. The paladins have an ability where they grant damage reduction to nearby allies, and they can use it pretty often, but they cannot use the skill if they're being blocked. Gerald Lightseeker now grants himself 80% magic resistance every 8 seconds for 4 seconds, so now he's no longer gonna be super weak versus magic damage. As far as heroes go, Varuk got slight nerf to his armor. It felt like he was too strong for a base tier hero, so his armor is slightly lower. The Inspiring Leader cooldown has been nerfed slightly, and that's about it. Doom Tank, now all of his abilities can be interrupted, including the expendables. However, there's a slight bug with it, where if you move him before he spawns off the expendables at the beginning of the level, the game crashes. So if you're gonna use him, make sure he has all of the expendables up before you move him anywhere. Moving on to Beerusad. His base damage got increased, the conflagration range got increased, the base damage of it at tier 1 and 2 is increased. At tier 3 the damage is significantly reduced, but so is the cooldown. Versatile changes, as far as that goes. Mostly, every hero now has 10% max health regeneration every second, as opposed to a random number. As far as towers are concerned, there are a couple of changes here and there. Let's start off with the Shadow Archer. The base damage has been increased by quite a few points. The Crow's damage has been nerfed a little bit because it was a little bit too strong. Wicked Sisters. Their stun chance at tier 1, 2, and 3 is 100% on their purple attack. It was supposed to be like that, but I kind of forgot to add it in. Moving on to the Goblin War Zeppelin. The Goblin Scout bonus range is reduced by 10%, because that ability was a little bit too OP. Blazing Gem, unstable power damage, huge damage reduction. It doesn't do nearly as much damage as it used to. And now, the Blazing Gem across every tier, deals 25% less damage to bosses. So now it's no longer the boss cheeser, as I like to call it. Dark Knights. The respawn rate at tier 3 is now the same as tier 1 and 2. I don't know why I changed the number before, I kind of forgot. Anyway, the respawn rate at tier 4 is slightly reduced by 2 seconds. And the Armor of Thorn damage has been reduced across each tier by 25 points, because that ability was a bit too strong versus some certain enemies, so it needed a bit of a damage nerf. Troll Hut. The Troll Hunter Spear and the Troll Hunter Axe costs have been reverted, so now they cost 20 and 40 gold. As for the Caravan, the Raider has more accurate stats to the Raider from the original Kingdom Rush. The health has been increased, the melee damage has been increased, the attack speed on melee has been nerfed quite a bit, and the range damage has been increased. But now for the big stuff. The big stuff is Iron challenges. Yeah, finally. The Iron challenges have been completed. From level 1 to level 31, all Iron stages have been reworked. And now, instead of them being one prolonged wave of enemies, now every single Iron stage contains a mini-boss fight. And the boss itself is usually an enemy that either appears on this level or the level after. And obviously they have much greater stats than their original counterparts, and they may or may not have some unique abilities to make them pop off a little bit more. If you want to see their stats and learn more about them, you can check the links in the description. If not, you can just jump into it blind. So yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. I know, a bit short, but I don't want to spoil everything about the update, so if you want to learn more about it, again, I know I'm repeating myself, but check the links in the description. Well, with that out of the way, that's gonna do it for today's video, guys. Thank you everybody so much for watching. I appreciate you for sticking around to the end. Subscribe if you want to see more of this content in the future. And while you're at it, drop a like on the video. It means a lot to me. And I will see you in the next video. Until it comes, that was King Rexy. Over and out.